Welcome back to the channel, folks. Powersports Steve here at Extreme Powersports in Opelika, Alabama. Folks, I am doing a voiceover because it is super windy out today, and for some reason the microphone did not pick me up, and I apologize so much for the quality of the first couple minutes here. Oh, it's terrible. I just watched it when I got home. I'm literally recording this voiceover from my garage. If you would stick around and hang out, I can assure you the rest of the video is good and you'll be able to hear us talking and all that. So real quick, this is your old school shootout for your full-size side-by-side, your utility version machines, that is. Again, like if you watch the mid-size video, I talked about how I used to love reading the old Dirt Wheels magazines or 3 and 4 wheel actions. I couldn't wait to get them every month to see the newest shootouts and the newest bikes and quads and 3-wheelers and all that stuff back in the day. And obviously we're in a digital era, so this is kind of my way of doing that. And we're just going to break these machines down a little bit, talk about what we like, dislike, maybe what's better in our opinion. We're going to get some of the sales guys in here, and they're going to do some stuff and talk about what they like and dislike and what they would pick to go home with them. And then at the end, for all you folks that want to know how fast these machines are, I think we're going to maybe break these out and do a little, acceleration tests and kind of get an idea of, what maybe jumps off the line the quickest, and kind of go from there. So what we have is, again, the full size. So full size meaning the bigger machines, the 3-seat machines across the board here, or crew cabs, that is. Nothing that's set up for a 2-passenger machine. And on the first side, closest to you in the camo there, is the Can-Am XD9. I put the 9 in here because it is a full-size machine. Of course, it is the 7 is as well, since the 7 and 9 shares the same chassis. But it's close in horsepower. It's really close in horsepower to the Ranger 1000 base model, or the premium that's got the nicer paint. But the HD10 is a little bit bigger, so keep that in the back of your head as we go on. But next to it, you got the Ranger 1000 base model there with the EPS. Beside it, I believe that's the CF Moto U-Force 1000. Then we have the Honda 1000 Pioneer 6-seater, their crew cab. And I just now forgot that we forgot to get in the back of these machines. I was going to talk about some leg room and all in the Pioneer, and we didn't even get that far. So I apologize, but that Pioneer has got this crazy leg room in the back. So maybe we'll catch that on another video. Next to the Pioneer, moving on down, we got the Ranger XP 1000 crew cab and single cab. And then we have the Can-Am XMR HD10, as well as the Can-Am HD10 Max Limited. That's the HVAC edition. And then next to it on the end, we have the new Polaris Ranger XD 1500 North Star Ultimate. We did a video on that as well not too long ago. So if you're wanting to see the new XD 1500, we have a standalone video on it, and it is a freaking amazing machine. You really need to check it out. And of course, we have videos on just about all these machines as far as a detailed review and a detailed description in those videos. So move on here. I'm coming back to the camera, and appreciate y'all watching. If you give us a like and subscribe, I'd appreciate it, and the video will get better here in just a moment.
And we're gonna get this thing going. All right, guys, so we'll start here on the end the way I have these lined up. This is the Can-Am Defender XT HD9. This is the 900. I brought it out here in the full-size class because it is a 900. But what you may or may not know is the HD9 and the HD7 actually have the same chassis. So the HD10 is actually a touch bigger. So keep that in the back of your head. Even though this is a full-size 3-person machine, you got 3 seats in it, technically it is a little smaller than what the 1000 is. Still got a great full-size bed. And this guy, we've added some stuff too, so just pay attention. Of course, we got the winch. It is an XT, so it's got the top and winch and all that on it. We put a windshield on it. It's got the bed-mounted winch in it, which is cool. It's got the back bumper on it. This is a slick-looking rig. Of course, it comes in the camo as well as other colors. 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, diff lock, high range, low range, all the typical stuff that you're gonna get in basically any of the 1000s, okay? Same gauge cluster, winch control, lights, high beam, low beam, power outlet there. Dash is gonna be the same. Of course, it's got the old glove box. If you haven't seen the other videos, I did do a video on the just Defender HD10. I can never get this thing to work right. There we go. grabbing the wrong tab. Of course, we got your owner's manual, winch controller, all in there. Cup holders in it, of course, for your favorite cold beverage. The cool thing about the Defender is that the seats pop up, right? Which is nice. Of course, you got the old tackle box, I call it, down there for storage. And what I do like as well is that this guy comes down, so you kind of have a center console. Rest your arm right here if you're driving. You got 2 more cup holders, a little tray for your junk, all that fun stuff. Now, folks, we're not going to get into all the technical specs, okay? We're just going to kind of give you a rundown on what's available, right? And then here in a little bit, we're going to get some opinions from the guys and what we like and don't like. So, the reason I also brought the HD9 out was because I brought out the 1000 Ranger. It is a 1000, but this is your kind of what we call the base model, aka premium in the nicer colors with the power steering and all. This is a base green with the power steering. This one, we've added some stuff. It's got the winch on it, windshield, and top on it. So don't pay attention to those. Those do not come on the machine. But a little less power. This is like in the 62 horsepower range, whereas the XP is going to be in the 82 horsepower range, okay? Same size as what the XP is as far as that goes. Same bed. Hitch, got the same 2-inch hitch, just like, you know, the Defender, the CF Moto, the Pioneer. All of them are going to have kind of the same kind of setup on the back, okay? Okay, let's talk about this first. So, differences between this and the XP. So, all your Polaris Rangers are pretty much going to have your 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, your turf mode, and your diff lock. And that's all controlled right here. If we had an XP, we'd have some more stuff on here we'll talk about in a minute. This is your turf mode, your rear lock, and then your all-wheel drive lock up here, okay? High range, low range, all that fun stuff. So this model, again, being your one of your value models, got your old school. This is what I call the ATV dash on it. Does everything that you need to do, but it's just kind of basic. Doesn't do anything really super fancy. It's got your speedometer, odometer. You can trade out your tachometer, and your speedometer on the top if that's what you want to do with this button. You want to hit the side buttons here, up and down, and change out this middle portion right here, your service indicator when your first service is due. Engine temp, tachometer, speedometer, odometer, trip meter, trip to, voltage output, engine hours. You got your gear indicator over here, four-wheel drive indicator here, and then your fuel gauge on the right here. So pretty basic. Guys, if you've seen one, you've seen them all pretty much on this. It does have the storage up here as well. The little cubby down here at the bottom. You got your power outlet. You got your battery tender connector. That's what I'm talking about. Couldn't think of battery tender to save my life. Let's see. So on this guy, as far as the seat goes, oh, that's all right. We gotta pull this one. There we go. So this Ranger seat actually flips from the back forward, and you do have a little tray on here as well for some storage, which is nice. Man, it's really dirty. It's been sitting over in the pen, and it's kind of filthy. That's pretty much the basics on that. We'll talk about the XP here in a minute. Let's move on to CF Moto, folks. So CF Moto, man, they have been on the gas for the last few years. They've been around a long time. I know a lot of you are going to say, I don't want China. I don't want anything related to China, and yada yada yada. But CF Moto has done their homework, folks. They're actually in a partnership with KTM and Yamaha. You hear that, Yamaha, folks? Yeah, you might see some kids models that are badged Yamaha that may be made from CF Moto in the future. CF Moto does a lot of work with KTM on their smaller CC stuff as well. So, hate to tell you, but they're on the gas. That's all I'm going to say. These machines are priced very, very competitively. They come with the top. They come with the winch, the front-mounted hitch receiver, which is cool. High range, low range, turf mode, diff lock, blah, 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 all the things, right? 82 horsepower, I believe, on the 1000, right in there with the Ranger 1000. Same size bed, same size machine, set up for 3 people, of course. I mean, I hate to say it, and I'm going to use this as an analogy, but, you know, it's kind of like when Kia came around. Everybody really hated Kia and Hyundai and all that. I remember the Kia Rio days way, way back. You buy 2 Kia Rios for like $199 a month or something. Is what my local dealers did way back in the day. Now let's look at Kia. Man, they've taken off, right? A lot of people buying Kia, Hyundai, etc. People love them. It's kind of what it is. You know, I'm sure that go back in time and go back to, let's just say, Pearl Harbor days, that nobody wanted to think about ever buying anything from the Japanese either, but here we are. So anyway, that's enough about all the politic related stuff, so sorry about that ring right there. But if you're looking for a side-by-side that would maybe meet your needs for a little lesser price point, folks, take a look at some CF Motos. We sell a pile of them here at the store, and you do yourself an injustice if you didn't at least check one out and eyeball it. Nice size beds, got the hooks in the bed, one lever tailgate, which I love, opposed to when we go over to the Honda. Honda's still running this old school tailgate with a latch here and a latch there. That's okay. No big deal. Now, folks, this one we did add some stuff. It's got the rear bumper on it. It's got the top on it. I think that's it. But this is the 1006, okay? 1000cc. Stuff all over my face. 1000 comes in the 3-seater, comes in the 5-seater, comes in the 6-seater. One thing we're going to point out with the guys here in a minute, which is why I've got some crew cabs out here, is I want to talk about how much room's in this crew cab. Honda claims that this right here has more space than the rest. So we'll get in and we'll see if that's really the case. If you don't know about Honda, folks, they're the only, well, I'm not going to say the only brand, but the only thing that I sell and all this stuff that's going to have a gear type transmission. Of course, they all have a shaft final drive. I hear so many people come in the store and they're like, hey, I want the Honda because it's shaft driven. And it drives me crazy because I'm like, they're all shaft driven. But what they're meaning is they want a gear type transmission, as opposed to everything else that you're looking at today is going to have a belt drive transmission. So anyway, it does have a DCT dual clutch transmission. DCTs are found in Honda motorcycles. They're found in all kinds of cars today. I mean, literally a pile of cars. So, you know, it is what it is. We'll talk more about that with some options as well. Of course, it's got your turf mode, diff lock, all-wheel drive, high-low, etc. All right, now we're going to go to the Ranger 1000 XP. We looked at the Ranger 1000 base model here in the green. Now we're going to look at the Ranger 1000 XP. XP is going to be basically the top of the line Ranger. Well, that is until you start looking at an XD, something like that. So, top of the line for what we're looking at right now. It's going to be completely painted, which is nice, all the way front to back. Now, this is camo, so it's wrapped camo front to back. This one we have added a top to it, we've added the windshield to it, and there's a poly rear panel on it. We'll look at it in a minute. So the seats are different in the XP, which is cool. They have much more bolstering on the seat, which is nice. And then the seats on the XP, unlike this regular one, lift up kind of like the Defender. So you got a little bit of storage in here, but they do lift up, and they lift up front to back as well. Show you that, all right? I mentioned the Honda a while ago about room. We're going to compare the space in this guy and the Defender crew cab to the Honda to see which one's got more leg room. And if we go up, like I said, the Ranger 1000 base is going to have the same two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, high-low, blah, 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 all that fun stuff. The difference in the XP is you do have this feature, which if you look closely, it says Performance Standard and Work. Basically, that changed the mapping on the machine and how your machine performs based on your desire. So obviously more performance, kind of a standard. And if you're just using it for work mode, you don't want it to be as aggressive or jumpy, if you want to call it that. It's not really jumpy for you performance, but it kind of tones it down a little bit for you guys who want to work and not lose all your stuff. The XP's got this much nicer gauge on here, in my opinion. It's kind of been around for a minute, so it's almost kind of getting a little dated. It's time for probably an upgrade. But it just looks a little nicer with a speedometer across here, tachometer over on this side. Of course, you got the same center portion. Pretty much looks identical to what the standard does. But man, it's got buttons over here to change everything. So if you notice that, speedometer, tachometer, temperature. Whereas you hit this, trip 1, trip 2, voltage output, hours, service indicator, temperature, and back to odometer. So pretty much set up in the center, the same as what the standard 1000 is. That's pretty much it. Again, folks, I've got videos on pretty much all these machines. If you want to look at the machine in depth, please check out the channel. Go to what you're looking for, type it or search it, whatever, and you're going to find it. This is just a single cab XP 1000. I just like kind of like the blue. It's kind of cool. This is Azure Crystal Metallic, I think they call it. It does definitely have a metallic paint. I don't know if you can pick that up in the video, but I can kind of see it a little bit. Cool looking machine. We put the winch on this guy. We put the flip down poly windshield, and we put on the poly top on here. I'm not going to talk too much about that since we just talked about the XP. All right, moving on. We're going to go into the Defender 1000 class. First up, we have the Defender XMR. Whew, I love this machine. I pretty much love everything about this machine, if I'm telling you the truth. XMR is basically the mud edition. It's geared a little lower. It's got the bigger 30-inch tall tires on it, which I love. It's already got the top-mounted winch on it, all right, with the synthetic cable. We have not added anything to this machine, so this is kind of how it comes. Love the seats, love the X in the seats, the bolstering. I mean, gosh, I don't know if you can see it in the picture, but how cushy that looks. I mean, these things are so comfortable, it's ridiculous. Of course, you see this thing, obnoxious thing right here. I say obnoxious just because you can check it out, but it's all snorkel basically set up for the mud, right? Mud, water, so all of your intakes and exhausts, as far as intake of the engine, exhaust of the CVT, etc. intake, everything's set up right there to keep it high out of mud and water, so you don't hurt your machine, right? Exactly. I mean, I don't know if you can tell how tall this is, but I mean, well, no, I'm kind of off center on the property, so I'm not going to do that right now. We can't really talk about how much taller it is, but anyway, it is taller. Again, one lever on the tailgate. Just love that. Love it, love it, love it. So I got the hitch on it. So if you want to go play in the mud, I mean, this is it. Polaris at one time had the High Lifter edition. They're coming back out with the Waterfowl edition for 2025. If you haven't seen that, we'll hopefully have one of those in before long. We'll do a little video on it. But haven't had a High Lifter Ranger around here in a minute. So nice to see the XMRs are still readily available. And of course, now, I didn't mention it. Y'all know this. In the Ranger line, you can get the North Star edition, which is the full cab with HVAC. What I have here is the Defender Limited HD10 full cab, full HVAC system. I mean, I can't say enough about these machines. I've done a video on, I think, the gray, not the gray, stone gray, I think, that we had. No, the tan. That was the tan, I'm sorry. If you want to check out this guy up in close in person, you can come by the shop, obviously, anytime, or go watch the other video on one of these that I did. Took it for a spin, got inside. I mean, the cool thing, I mean, look at the seats. Again, I can't talk enough about how the seats are. I mean, it's so comfortable. We already looked at the one with this, how the console flips down, the seats. The Limited here, it's got the nice bottom cup holder on it, which is cool. This has the flip out windshield, so that's another thing people love. Now, here's another thing. This guy does not come with radio. I've had some comments on the one video about how this does not come with a radio, and I feel like for about 33,000 bucks, it should probably have a radio. But nonetheless, we can add one, okay? Got a pretty cool display, a little old in the tooth, if you ask me. Again, I understand it. Canon's probably coming out with some new displays. They just came out with some new ones on the Spiders, and the Spiders are freaking sweet. I'm hoping that comes over to the off-road line, and if it does, I will be a happy man. But anyway, that's everything you need right there. Fuel gauge, tachometer, speedometer, gear indicator, full drive indicator, trip on the, or odometer on the bottom, or trip meter on the bottom, clock, temperature, all your lights down here to tell you what's going on or what you need. You do have drive modes, and I'm touching this right here to kind of go through this stuff. Get that to focus. There you go. See, eco mode come back up now. If you want to go to the menu, all your stats, your engine temperature, battery voltage. You can go into settings, change kind of your brightness and stuff like that. Let's see, trip meter too. You can see this down here is kind of changing when I hit trip. Let's go to the menu button actually, or to the settings button, so you guys can see that. Oop, oop, oop. Alright, so let's see if I can remember how to do this. Change your units if you want to, reset your stats. Again, how bright it is, set your clock, and then exit. Pretty self-explanatory. this thing, I mean, let me close the door. I don't know if you were getting any background noise before. It's super windy out today, and of course I got cars driving by, but it is so quiet. I'm gonna start this guy up just because I love it. I don't even know if you can hear it run. That's how quiet it is. This little guy right here is actually your control for your HVAC. So let's play with that for just a second. Oh, I hit the power button. I do that every time. Power button's right there. Obviously, change the temperature, change the heat, fan speed, back to 10. That's pretty much it. We'll turn that off. We don't need that right now. It is super, super nice out. All right, folks, that is the end of the basic 1000s, at least that we sell here at the store, okay? These are, in my opinion, the top of the line machines. That's just all there is to it. Now, if you really want to be, as I say, king ding-a-ling, folks, the Ranger XD 1500, my oh my, what a freaking beast of a machine. If you haven't seen this, I've got a video of this exact machine on YouTube, and I go over all the ins and outs of it, so we're not going to get into too much detail. This is a 1500cc steel drive transmission. You can put 3/4 of a ton of weight in the bed on this joker. Tow capacity another 1,000 pounds over the standard XP, which is amazing. I mean, I just can't say enough about this vehicle, folks. I mean, it is just a bad mammer jammer. I mean, look at that. It tells you right there. Boom. 3,500 pounds right there. And let's see if I can find the 15. There it is. Maximum cargo bed. 1,500 pounds. I mean, this thing is just a freaking beast. It's quiet. It's unique with the steel drive transmission. This machine does not actually have a low range. All right. We'll open this guy up, kind of just show you. Really super nice seats too. I don't think they're as cushy as the Can-Am, and I hate to say that because I love this machine. I mean, if I had endless money, folks, this is what I buy. Pure and simple, bar none. This is the machine I'm buying. Like, it's just freaking a beast. Tip out glass on it. Look at this. I mean, JBL audio system. So we'll just turn the key on before we do anything. Updated gauge cluster. This is what I like to see in the new XP. If we could do that, that would be awesome. If you got drive modes, we can change fuel gauge, odometer, track, or trip meter, you know, speedometer, all the things, right, that we would expect. Got your tow haul mode, which is unique, right? That's a little different. Full drive buttons, lock and unlock. Winch down here in the bottom. Bed. Oh, didn't mention, but guess what? This has a bed that will lift, right? All we do, boom, that's it. All right, light switch as well. And on this side, check this out, full display. I mean, if you want to have just your gauges on here, which is cool, you could do that with some extra things. You've got your ride command, GPS, Bluetooth, of course. You want radio, we can hook up the Bluetooth or just play from the radio as well. We've got your settings right here that you can change with this button. Cameras, I don't think I mentioned camera, but look at that, we got cameras on it. I mean, this thing, folks, you gotta check this thing out. You wanna hook up your game camera stuff, look at your game camera video or pictures, you can do that. All your phone music controls, brightness, you know, all that kind of stuff. Let's see, maybe we can get to just a little FM radio. Yeah, I'll listen to that. Oh, that's it. There we go. This thing's just a bad machine is all I'm gonna say. You got your full AC control on here. Oh, let me turn that down. And I've got a customer here I think wants to look at this machine. So folks, there it is. We got a little girl and it looks like daddy grandpa over here looking at it. We're gonna hop out of here. Does have storage on it. Glove box. I mean, cup holders, all that fun stuff. So let me hop out of here, let these folks take a look at it, and then I'm gonna get the guys and we're gonna do some more stuff, okay? So stay tuned. All right, folks, we're jumping back here with Mr. Clayton.
What's up, guys? How are you doing today?
Good. Guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna ask you a few questions. This is really candid. You have no idea what I'm gonna say, right?
I do not know what you're about to ask me.
Clayton's kind of scared. He's like, what are you gonna ask me? I'm like, I don't know. It's gonna be It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. All right. So first question I'm gonna ask you on all these machines, which one's your favorite and why?
My favorite machine.
Ooh.
Man, out of all of these here, can I include the 1500? Because right now, I think the 1500
well,
might be.
I think everybody's gonna choose the 1500. So let's take the 1500 out of the options.
Man, one that I've been unrealistically impressed with is the XMR 1000.
Ooh. Yeah, I was talking about this one earlier about just how freaking comfortable it is. And the seats are awesome. I mean, it's smooth.
That was going to be my first thing I said. I mean, when you ride on side-by-sides, you know, a lot of people are using them strictly just for work. But if you're riding it, trail riding, stuff like that, or you're going to be doing some mud riding, it's nice to be comfortable. And so I think when it comes to comfortability, it's hard to beat these seats. I mean,
yeah, I was talking about the seats earlier. I mean, they're just top of the line. I love the X in there, you know, they put it for the XMR. And they just, the bolstering is, I don't know if it's as pronounced as the Polaris, but it just seems like it's softer and it just feels better to me. And not to mention that I think really it's just smoother overall.
Yeah, it feels that way. For me.
Okay, cool. I'm down. What about you? So would you say it's the most fun too?
Most fun? It's hard to beat. It really
okay.
is.
I mean, I thought you was going to say that.
For your power that you get with the HD10, I mean, anywhere you need to go, it's going to get you.
I agree. What about best work machine?
Best work machine?
Again, let's exclude the XD because we know the XD is the obvious answer. Everybody's going to pick the XD.
Just for sure. It's going to be hard to get away from the Polaris. I mean, the Ranger.
It's like a Ranger, like a XP or the base.
Even the base on that end. I mean, if you need a little bit more ground clearance, if you're doing farm work and stuff like that, and you have to go over any kind of crazy terrain, the XP might be your.
Right, so it's got a touch more ground clearance, but it's got bigger tires on it.
And so that might help you out, depending on what you're going to be using it for.
Sure.
Work-wise, though, it's going to be hard to beat the Polaris.
Okay.
All the way around.
I hear you. I'm cool. What about best value?
Best value. Ooh. I already know which one I'm
Uh
going to.
oh, I know where he's going, folks. I think I know where he's going. I could be wrong.
Best value in a utility side-by-side, it is really going to be hard to beat the U-Force 1000. Just what you're getting stock. I mean, just stock. You're going to get a winch, a roof, power steering. It does come with four-wheel drive, mirrors. I mean, it's for the money. It's going to be hard to beat.
Yeah, I think we did the math the other day, if I'm not mistaken. So you got to compare this to an XP if we're talking about the same horsepower, right? So you got the XP horsepower, same 82-ish horsepower. Got a top, got the winch on it, power steering, of course, nice paint, wheels, all that kind of stuff. I want to say it was like, $6,000-$7,000 more.
Yeah, and I mean,
just $7,000 more, retail to retail, $7,000 more from the U-Force to Ranger XP.
That's, I mean, to have all of these features and still stay under 20 grand. I mean, it's tough.
Way under 20 grand. Way under 20 grand.
It's tough to beat.
Yeah. This thing's listed for, what's this list for, like 14 grand? Yeah. I mean, that's again best value, folks. I don't know if you can beat that with a stick. Okay. Out of all these, anything stand out? Anything unusual? Or anything you're like, ooh, this is a really cool feature?
On any of these,
Yeah.
what stands out?
Yeah.
Well, let me see. We can go.
Anything unique you think?
Unique? Oh, we can go to the HD10 again.
Oh, back to the HD. Okay, this will be interesting.
Kind of funny. I'm a bigger guy, and so I like to have the extra. You got extra space, but you also got the tackle box or lunch box, if you want to call it.
And you got one under the seat too.
Yeah, you're only going to find that in the Can-Am.
That's true. That is kind of cool. So if you did have that packed with maybe a little bit of ice with your favorite beverage and you were going fishing,
maybe
that might be a cool little thing, right? You don't have to worry about packing the cooler. I know you probably got a Yeti already in the back, right? Because you like to steal Yetis off Facebook, don't you?
I try to. I don't like my offers, but I try to. Yeah.
Clayton's a buying and selling Yeti king. That's all I'm gonna say on that one. All right, so unique question for the younger crowd. Which one of these you think is the most powerful, aka or the fastest?
Most powerful
or the fastest?
Well, outside of the 1500.
But okay, so I'm glad you said that. So do you think the 1500 is the fastest? We know it has the most horsepower.
Yeah.
I don't really know. I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't been able to really.
Yeah, I haven't either, and I don't know that I really. I don't think it's going to be. I could be wrong, but I don't think it is.
Fastest wise, I'd probably say the XP 1000.
Oh, you're gonna go with the XP? Yeah. Okay, go with the XP.
Probably the route I'm gonna go. Extra horsepower. I've been able to open those all the way up. Like a no-go.
Oh yeah, the XP. We pretty much know because it was a debate for a long time between the Honda and the XP, wasn't it?
It was.
And some people banked and betted on the Honda, and then we had to show that they were wrong, and that the XP was a little quicker.
Yeah, the XP it's pound for pound. It's gonna be hard to beat, especially with the extra horsepower.
Right.
I mean, you're gonna be able to if you're really just trying to cruise down those trails and get there the fastest. I think the XP is gonna be.
So you know what ended up being the quickest and by pretty much a landslide in the mid-size class, even though you get the 570 Polaris, the 700 Honda, the Can-Am 7. You know what the fastest was? Did you watch the video? He probably didn't watch the video.
No, I didn't watch the video.
Oh man, didn't watch my video, guys.
That's I think I watched parts and bits and pieces of it.
He just hit the play button and skipped through.
Just because of what you named, I'm gonna assume the Yamaha was the fastest. If I had to guess.
Oh, not even in the ballpark.
Not even close.
Not even in the ballpark. Can-Am 7.
Really?
Can-Am 7 walked off and left everything.
Did it?
Yeah.
So if that's the case, then maybe the Defender.
Oh, maybe the HD10. Now, I'm not going to say the XMR is the fastest because of the gearing, right? Because it's geared lower. But if we could get and we've got an HD10 sitting over there in the pen, we could get an HD10 out maybe and compare to the XP. What about the U-Force? I mean, the U-Force might be in there, man.
For sure.
I mean, it's got 82 horse.
It does.
I've got one at the house that I've been kind of trying out.
I would be, if we do end up going side by side, I would be very surprised if the U-Force beats it, but it might.
I think off the line it's going to be close, but I think the other ones are going to come around. That's just me. All right, man. Well, appreciate it. Give us a shout on YouTube. Come say hey to Mr. Clayton over here in sales, and come spend some money with him.
Sounds good.
All right, let's check out. See if we can get Nolan or Russ. Or we should do one of the new guys just for fun.
They should definitely get Kyle down here.
Yeah, we got 2 new guys here in the sales department, and it'd be funny to kind of see what they have to say. But maybe we'll do that. So hold tight. All right, now it is Mr. Austin's turn. What up, Austin?
What's up?
What are you doing?
I have no idea.
Okay, cool. I like it. So we got all the 1,000 UTVs out here. We're asking some questions, candidly, and just see what you get to say. How about that? All right. So first off, how about which one's your favorite?
Well, I mean, like in the last video, I am particular to the Polaris Ranger. So I'm going to go with the XP 1000 Cruise.
XP 1000. Why is that?
Just overall, in my opinion, the best machine.
You think it's the best machine overall? Okay. Oh, how about that, folks?
It rides the smoothest for me, at least. It is quiet. Not as quiet as the Can-Am, I will say that. It's not loud like the Honda. It's got a smooth shift, unlike the Honda. It's just me.
Okay, I like it. What about if you're just buying a work machine?
Work machine. All of these. Yep. I'm still going with the XP Cruiser.
XP, did you see what was on the end? Way down there?
Oh, no, I did not see that. Well, work? Yeah, I'm definitely going with that one.
Okay, that's what I thought. So excluding the XD 1500, we would choose Ranger XP again.
Yes.
Okay, all right, I got you. What about, let's see, I'm trying to think, I don't have my list here, but what do you think's the best value out here?
Best value?
Yeah.
Well, if we're talking about, are we talking about 2025 Ranger XP 1000 or not?
No, we're not gonna get into the 25s yet because we have if you haven't seen the release in the 25s, you might want to take a peek. Some changes to some models and what they're coming with and not coming with and all that fun stuff. But we won't get into that today. We're talking strictly 24s.
Strictly 24s. Bang for the buck, you're gonna go with the CF Moto.
Oh, CF Moto, huh? Bang for the buck, CF Moto. Okay.
It comes with roof from factory, comes with the winch, it's got your power steering, LED lights.
Okay, I hear you. I didn't ask Clayton this. Clayton said CF Moto as well. I had him out here earlier. What about if we went not CF Moto? What would you go next? Best value.
Well, in that case, I would probably go with the Ranger 1000.
Ranger 1000?
EPS.
Base model EPS? Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that. I think that's probably the best choice. I like that. Out of all these units, right, we got a bunch of them. Obviously, the XD is a little bit of a unicorn.
Yeah.
Anything unique or anything that stands out among all these units that you'd say, hey, check this out? Any cool feature you're like, ooh, I like this?
Well, last time I did talk about the Honda when we did the smaller side-by-sides. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out for sure.
Yeah!
So in the Pioneers, you get the automatic or manual transmission. So I'm not going to talk about that one again. I'm going to go to the Defender XMR that we have.
Oh, going to the XMR. Oh, how about that?
Yes.
Okay.
So that one that comes with your air intakes up top and the back, so you don't have to worry about that.
Right. Yep. XMR again. Just for the record, Clayton picked this one too.
Did he?
He did. Not for the same reason you just picked it though, so that's interesting. So you chose that. You know why he chose it? For the AKA tackleback / lunchbox so he could put his cold beverages in. Ask me if we're surprised, right?
That's perfect.
I know. Fair enough. Funny. Okay. Out of all of these, what do you think's the fastest?
Fastest?
Because we really don't know.
I'm going to say XP1000.
XP1000? Okay. I think Clayton chose XP1000 as well. Maybe a regular HD10, not this one, of course, because it's geared lower. But and what about the XD? You think it's faster than an XP? I know it has more horsepower.
Honestly, no, I don't think it is.
You know, I'm kind of with you. After just driving it around, I don't think it's going to be faster. More power, more towing, more pulling, all that kind of fun stuff for work. But I don't think it's going to be faster.
Yeah, I mean, I think on the lower end, yes, it outperforms the XP1000, of course. But as far as top end speed, I don't know.
Okay, cool. Well, appreciate you hitting us up on the video here. I don't know what my phone's doing. There we go. Appreciate you on the YouTube, everybody. Come see Austin in sales. He'll hook you up. All right, folks, we're back jumping in here with Mr. Russ. What up, Russ?
Guys, what's up?
Come see Russ for all your power sports needs. He will take good care of you, I promise. I don't know why I said that with a funny accent, but I did. Anyway, so we're still looking at the 1000s, right? We're jumping back in here, getting your kind of take on them. So let me ask you this. Which one of these is your favorite?
As far as just for looks and value, all that, I'm
No. Just go with your favorite. Because if we go with value, we're gonna get skewed.
I'm going Can-Am.
Going Can-Am. HD 10. Okay. HD 10. Any reason?
I think the chassis are really well made. They ride really great. They're way quiet for that particular size machine.
I got you. Now you told me just a minute ago before we started that you don't really like the XMR, just because you're going to be burying it in the mud and all that. I concur. I'm not either. I do like it because it just looks good.
It does look great.
But I'm with you. I'd probably just buy an XT.
Regular
And you know, yeah, an XT for me. You got the top already on it, the winch on it. So yeah, I concur with you. So I hear you. Which one would you say is most fun?
Fun-wise, I still got to go with that.
Okay, same machine for
if
fun.
I'm going fun, I'm definitely on the XMR.
Yeah, that's right. If you're gonna have fun, which means you're probably gonna try to tear some stuff up that you don't have to pay for, which would be even better, right?
That's right.
Because we don't like to pay for stuff.
Absolutely.
That's an inside joke. All right, moving on. How about best work machine out here?
Best work machine. I might have to go Honda there just because it's got shaft drive in there, man. So
oh, you did what I just made fun of earlier. Shaft drive. You mean
transmission.
Gear drive transmission? Okay, because they're all shaft drive.
True.
They're all shaft drive. I pointed that out about how customers come in and they're like, I want one of them Hondas there because, you know, we're shaft driven. And I'm like, yep, sure is. So are all the other ones. But clear as mud. So you like the gear type transmission for work?
For work.
Okay. Any particular reason, or is it just what you like?
I think that's just like a Ford Chevy opinion. So.
Ford Chevy opinion. Okay, folks. Ford Chevy. You got that? I got that. Okay. I'll let that ride. Of all these machines, and we got a bunch of them, what do you find to be the coolest feature? I mean, it could be anything. Like, anything on one of these, it's like, oh, that's kind of neat. Aha, I've stumped the man.
I don't think that's an opinion as well, but I mean.
Okay, that's okay. You're entitled to one.
Yep. You got me on that one.
Nothing stands out. You know what Clayton said? Just to tell you, he chose the XMR. You know why? He likes the tackle box / lunch box. And I said, well, I guess you could put your favorite cold beverage in there if you wanted to.
That's right. Tackle box.
Right, exactly. Hey, somebody on a scooter coming in. Hello. Okay. All right. I'm gonna let that one ride too then. How about best value?
Best value, I gotta say CF Moto.
CF Motos, they're the number.
I mean, you got all the premium features with the CF Moto and
A whole lot less money, huh?
a whole lot less.
I know. I say the CF Moto is probably best value too. I mean, the Ranger 1000 base model is really close, dollar to dollar, but it's not quite. It's still a little more money than the CF Moto for sure. So okay. So all right. Well, for the young folks, because they always want to know, what's the fastest?
I'm going Can-Am.
Can-Am HD10.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, with confidence. I like it. I like it. Hey, if you're gonna guess, be confident. I like
That's
it.
right. That's right.
Okay, HD. I don't know if it is the HD10. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know.
I'm betting on it. I'm not a betting guy.
You're not a betting guy. You're betting. Okay, I think it's gonna be close between a regular HD10, the Ranger XP. Yeah, I think it's gonna be one of those. I don't think the XD is as fast as an XP. Do you?
I don't either.
Yeah, I haven't. We've barely been in the XD, right? That one does have a little times. We've had it around the shop for a little bit, but we haven't really, gone on it, so to speak.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's as fast as an XP. I think it has more torque, more power, more higher payload, all that kind of stuff. But I don't think, right, not top end. Okay. Which we're probably not going to be topping these things out. But we're going to do a little acceleration pull and see what we come up with. All right, Russ. Appreciate you being on the video. If y'all need some power sports, come see Russ. All right, let's do a little driving here a little bit. All right, guys, we're jumping back in here, and Russ is in the HD10 XT edition. I am in the Ranger single cab XP1000, and I've got it in performance mode. Russ is in, I think, we say Eco, not work. Two-wheel drive, of course, and we got them in high range. And we're just gonna do a 1, 2, 3 go, and see what we get. Sound like a plan? All right. Sorry about the video being crooked there. Huh? Are we gonna get what? Yeah, we're not gonna do them right here. All right. No traffic. Let's go. Folks, don't do this at home. Don't play out in the road. All you young whippersnappers. All right. All right. Are we ready? You lined up cockamamie. All right. 1, 2, 3, go. Well, how about that? I'm a little surprised that now I did hit the pedal just a touch sooner than Mr. Russ. Let's see what he says about that.
I need to be in work mode.
So I think I touched the pedal just a touch quicker than you did.
Probably.
But I kind of pulled on you still, didn't I?
Yeah.
How about that?
Yep.
Surprised?
Yep.
Yeah, I am too, actually. Are you going to try the other mode?
We can.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right, try the other mode.
And hey, we had a headwind there. Let's do a tailwind.
Okay. Anything to help Russ win. You ready? All right. 1, 2, 3, go. Well, folks. The Can-Am actually pulled just a touch on the Ranger. just to confirm, what mode was that?
Work mode.
Work mode. Significantly quicker.
Way quicker.
You actually pulled just a little bit on me all the way up the road.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, let's go to plan B, see what else we come up with. All right, be right back. All right, what was that you just said?
Definitely feel the difference in those two modes.
Right. Eco being economical, which we don't like. Anything with motors, we don't like to be economical.
Not really. Not
We
really
like to
racing.
burn fuel, baby. Okay, so work mode, there you go, way quicker. So I don't really have a question. I know that the Ranger XP is faster than the Pioneer. Like we've done
We've
that
established
before.
that.
We've established that, and we're not going to do that today because we're trying not to race everything we have. What I don't know is, what about the U-Force?
I was just fixing to say, they look a lot alike. Let's
Yeah, we could try the U-Force 1000 and the Defender and see if it's even remotely close, which I don't know. I think the Defender is going to pull on it myself. And then we really need to know about the XD. We need to look. We need to know about the XD for all you YouTubers out there, right?
Yes,
YouTube
sir.
fam. So,
Absolutely.
all right, let's find out. All right, folks, here we go. We got the Can-Am Defender, the work mode, and we got the U-Force 1000. You're in regular.
work mode.
Work mode is slower. And I'm gonna prove that to the YouTube nation right here. Now put it in work mode. I'm gonna prove it. You ready? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, go. Alright, so there you go, folks. I was gaining on him. He got the hit on me, but I was definitely gaining on him. Now, he was in work mode, so we're going to repeat the same scenario, same direction, right? And we got the Popo out here, so we're going to get off the road real quick, and hopefully the Popo doesn't yell at us, and we'll go from there. Sound like a plan? We're going to park and see what we come up with right here. Hopefully nothing crazy. He might come in here and yell at us, which is very possible. We're just going to see what the Popo going to do. And he's going to drive on by, which is good. I say that. Yeah, I think he's driving by. Alright, really don't want to get in too much trouble. I thought we were going to get busted by the Popo.
5-0.
Yep, 5-0, I know. Alright, hold on, we'll be right back. Well, there we are, folks. We got Popo over there pulling in, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to take 5. We'll reconvene a little bit later. Thanks for watching. Hold tight. Alright, folks, so just to confirm, Russ is in the CF Moto U-Force 1000. He was in work mode and definitely got the whole shot on the Defender. Like, big time got the drop on me. I will say the Defender was running it down as far as that goes. So what we're doing here again is we have Russ back in the U-Force, and he's going to put it in standard mode or normal mode or whatever you want to call it, and kind of see if it makes a difference and all that kind of stuff, which I'm pretty sure it will. So let's see what we got here. Alright, so you are in normal mode.
I am in normal mode now.
Normal mode, high range, and I am in the Defender. And just so you can see, is that I am in. Turn the eco off. And make sure we're apples to apples here. Huh? And then we got more cars coming. They're gonna pull in. We got a truck coming. Folks, there is this little side road the store is on here. It's been built around over the last 50 plus years. There is more traffic on this side road. It's going from a main road way down there to this cut through road. And there's more people come through here than anything we've ever seen, isn't there? I mean, there's days we're unloading semi trucks out here where people almost run us over. I mean, it's wild. Alright, I think we're good after this. All right, we'll do the same 1, 2, 3, go. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. 1, 2, 3, go. Wow. So I got the jump on him and he did not let me go. I don't know that it's any faster than this machine, and I know this is not real world great testing. So I got the jump just a touch, but you stayed with me, didn't you? There was no me pulling off. The first one with you in work mode, I was pulling on you.
I think so.
And you got the drop big time. So, man, that's pretty dang close.
It is. This thing will run, man.
That might be the fastest.
I think it's pretty close.
That's crazy. Folks, I'm a little speechless, to be honest with you. I thought the Can-Am was going to be, I thought it was going to be it.
Big dog daddy, man.
I did. Now, I think it's as fast. Now, top end, I'd like, you know, if we could get them up to top speeds in the 60s plus, then maybe we might have a clear winner, but we can't do that here. But out of the hole, pretty,
It's right there with him.
yeah, right on power. Yeah. All right. Let's see what the XD does. All right. So I jumped into the XD 1500, and we're going to make sure we are in the proper mode. There's standard, sport, comfort, and back. Obviously, we're going to be in sport mode. It's got to be the quickest. So let's go see what we got. Actually, I'm gonna bring you back in here. I mean, I just want this. I mean, I cannot explain to you how smooth and how quiet that this vehicle is. I mean, you need to get in one and ride one. If you're willing to spend the coin and get a what I consider top of the line machine, I mean, this thing is the bee's knees. I mean, it doesn't feel like your normal Ranger. That's for dang sure. So let's see what we got. And I don't have my seatbelt on, so it's limiting my speed. Let me see if I can put that on. All right, we're gonna get back down here and see what we got. Yeah, normal mode.
I am in normal mode.
Normal mode for us on the U-Force 1000 again. And folks, I really don't think that the XD is any quicker than the XP. So we'll see what happens. I know it's got more grunt, but I just don't think it's designed for that off the line speed or whatever you want to call it. So, all right, are you ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Yeah, not at all, guys, not at all. I mean, this thing has got, you can tell it's got power and everything, but it just does not have that in-your-face performance. It just does not. I mean, it's amazing. Really amazing, excuse me, amazing that the U-Force is just in your face, just wah, and it just, I mean, it just goes. I mean, it's wild. So there you go, folks. Not a maybe the best demo on the power and the speed and all that we could do, because we don't have a good place to actually get them out and go wide open and take them up to top speed. But out of the gate, gonna have to give it up to the tie between the CF Moto and the XD10. I mean, it's just crazy. All right, folks, so jumping back in, I know this video's been super long. Man, if you're still watching, kudos to you. We've gone through a lot and we cut back in and out, and I apologize for that, but it's the best way we can do it around here at the store. So again, CF Moto, the U-Force, we're gonna give it big props in a nutshell for value, two, for the performance and everything, because it's hung with everything. Flat out just destroyed the XD 1500, and it hung with the Can-Am HD10. And we know the HD10 went faster than the XP, and we know the XP is faster than the Pioneer. So pretty much in a nutshell, we've got that dialed in. Features, I mean, you guys know if you've watched some of these videos, and we have several on the models specifically. So if you want to see, you know, an XP video or a Pioneer video or an XD video, you guys can do that. They're all on the channel. Appreciate y'all watching. When it comes down to, you know, which one's for you, I mean, we try to give you everybody's kind of 2 cents, if you will. I think a lot of these vehicles that anybody would be really happy with getting and owning, and would treat you good. So I can't really say personally that one is just far and above the other, short of the XD for just a pure work application. The Defender and the Ranger XP, I mean, just both, you know, top of the line machines. The Pioneer, you haven't heard me talk too much about the Pioneer, I know. You know, if you gotta have a geared transmission, you're just the Honda diehard, obviously the Pioneer, there's nothing wrong with the Pioneer. It's a fine vehicle. I like the, you know, it's not my pick for what I'm doing. I'd probably pick the Ranger or the Defender, just pure and simple for the ride and creature comforts and all that kind of stuff. But there's nothing wrong with the Pioneer, and you guys have heard me say that probably in the past. So, you know, just reiterating that. And again, the old school 1000 here, you know, great entry-level machine along with the 900, a little bit cheaper price point. So again, appreciate you watching. If you give me a like and subscribe, I'd really, really, really appreciate it, guys. We got a lot more videos coming. I hope you've enjoyed it. Give us some comments, tell us what you like, didn't like, all that kind of fun stuff. We'll see you next time.